Please! Please! No! What more do you want from me? For the love of God! For the love of God! Please! Damn!
Cut that bitch off! Next caller!
Come on, man. Second night in a row, man. I can't get no sleep for shit. I can't get no sleep. Why? I just want to go to bed early. I just want to get a good night rest. I can't even do it. I can't even do it.
You what?
I can't do it.
Well, let's be nice. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
But anyways, though, here we go, man. Here we go, man. Shout out to the homie Maverick, man, once again coming through with another video, man, for sure. Make sure y'all go support his channel, run them likes up, run the views up, and comments up, and likes up, and share the video if you got to, and all that good stuff. Make sure y'all go support his channel. And without further ado, man, let's get right into it. Most overrated players on all 32 NFL teams. Without further ado, man, let's get right into it.
What's going on, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Mav, bringing you back to another list video. This time we're doing the most overrated player on all 32 NFL teams. Currently, this is not all time. We're talking about with how the rosters are in 2024. We're keeping it current, okay? Now, I'm gonna warn you guys. Some of your favorite players might show up here. So this might be a perfect time for you to exit my video if you get offended. I'll wait. Oh, you stayed. Perfect. Hopefully you won't get triggered. But if you're a real fan of your team and your fan base, you should know who deserves to be on the list. You should know. Let's go in first. We're going to do the division by division. We're going to go in the AFC North. Start off with the Cincinnati Bengals. We got Orlando Brown Jr. Now, I put this on here because he's one of the higher paid offensive linemen that they got. And, he hasn't been very good at pass protection. If you go on Pro Football Focus, since leaving the Chiefs, his pass protection grades have dwindled, sadly. So, yeah, man, I'm definitely going to have to say he's the most overrated Bengal right now. Considering Joe Burrow has already been sacked 8 times, and that's not acceptable. 8 times.
If it's new booty in the building, you know he going to get
it. You're averaging pretty much, you're letting him get sacked.
Don't take your girlfriend to a ditty party. Nigga, you can take him, but he won't shoot.
So you're trying to protect his blind side. And I guarantee you, his blind side is not secure if he's getting sacked about 2 times a game. Damn near. 2 times a game. Piss poor. Going up for Cleveland, you should already know him. You should already know who belongs on here for that fat ass contract. Groper Cleveland. Deshaun Watson.
Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 god. Hey, run for your life. Hey, run for your life.
He's not the same guy he was on Houston. He's not the same guy that made Patrick Mahomes pull off that amazing comeback from 24-0. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not the guy that put up 24 against a Patrick Mahomes Chiefs-led team. He's not that same dude. I'm sorry. He's not that same guy. He's been out the league for too long. I think he's inching closer to just hanging up his cleats and doing something else. Because, he's banned from getting massages at that massage place. You gotta watch him when he goes into massage parlors and such, man. He's a freaky frog, for real. Baltimore Ravens. Y'all are gonna be shocked because a lot of y'all like him, but Ronnie Stanley Jr. is definitely the most overrated Raven, and here's why. Oftentimes when Lamar's blind side is not being protected well, You see Lamar try to get out the pocket, you know what I'm saying, run like a chicken with his head cut off, you know what I mean? And it's because this guy right here is not doing his job, despite supposedly being one of the best O-linemen the Ravens ever put on for Lamar, you know what I'm saying? To be honest, Lamar Jackson hasn't had a solid to great O-lineman since Marshall Yonder retired. I could put the whole O-line on here, but if we're going to talk about all the O-line, we're going to talk about the biggest name in the O-line, and it's Ronnie Stanley Jr. I'm sorry. He don't pass protect for Lamar enough. You know what I'm saying? Lamar can't have a clean pocket. He always has to get out and make plays, man. And I blame that on Ronnie. Anyway, Pittsburgh, a.k.a. Sixburg. We got Najee Harris. Now, I had to stretch out this picture because, like, I couldn't find a good PNG of his render, so I'm using Najee Harris. And I put him on here mainly because, dude, sometimes he do not be making the right decision at the running back. Like, he will, like, go with the play design and follow his lineman instead of cutting back to the proper hole created for him and then cut up that way. He'll go to where his play design goes instead of where the hole is at. You know what I'm saying? And for Steelers fans to herald him as this all-world running back strikes a nerve, in my opinion. Like, he's barely even top 16 if we're going to keep it a stack. Barely. Coming in to my division, the NFC North, we're going to go to Chicago and the most overrated player. It's not who you think it is, but it's somebody who's been playing the league for a while. It's Kevin Byard. Now, why am I hating on the injured man? For that very reason. Lately, in his older age, he's been getting injured a bunch. And I can't really, depend on somebody who's a former All-Pro, former Pro Bowler, who's not available to win games. Who's not available. Because the best ability an athlete can have is availability. You know what I'm saying? And think about it, even when he's on the field now, he's not the same dynamic safety he was when he was on the Tennessee Titans. He's not that same Kevin Byard. I'm sorry. But yeah, man, there's a reason why he gets traded around. And not for good reason either. Anyways, going a state above, we got the Detroit Lions. And their most overrated player is Marcus Davenport. For the same reasons as Kevin Byard. You can also throw in Jared Goff because of that $218 million extension all you want, but I'm looking at Marcus Davenport because I know this guy from watching him on the Vikings last year. This dude only played in like 3 games. 3. And didn't even come back the rest of the season because he got injured. And just now, he only played in like 1-2 games for the Lions, and then he got that elbow injury, that tricep injury. Now he won't be coming back for the season. Like for a guy that, you know what I'm saying, for a guy that, can't stay on the field, he sure can secure him some contracts. Don't know how, but he always does. Anyways, and going up to the team I hate the most. The Green Bay Packers.
Fuck the Packers.
Greasy, grimy Green Bay Packers. Saying that just rolls off my tongue in just anger. Fuck the Packers. But yeah, man, going for the Green Bay Packers, it should be obvious who it is. Now, for some of you might think I'm going to choose Jordan Love. That's not true. Because Jordan Love is solid. But like Jared Goff, I don't think he's deserving of $200 million guaranteed. Not guaranteed. But he's solid. But there's another player that's really, really overrated on this team. And his name is Jair Alexander. Or Jair, but I call him Jair. Jair Alexander, he talks a big game. He'll have a great game one game, and then he'll have a bad game the next. Like, people only regard him for his ability to catch interceptions. But if you look at him every snap, this guy gets cooked every snap. He gets cooked every snap. Unless he's going up against not so very good receivers. Like, if you put him on the best receiver on the team, he's going to get freaking cooked. Even on some teams, the second best receiver on the team, he'll get cooked still. Like, and this dude loves to run his mouth about, I shut down Justin Jefferson. But, dude, literally on every snap of that game where the backers blew us out in Lambeau a year or two back, all this man did, all he did was press when he knew he had safety help over the top helping him out. This is all he did. When he didn't have no safety help, he didn't want to play one-on-one press coverage, man. He's not all that. He talks a big game, but he doesn't back it up. He does a lot of this. Dude, he can't even guard Jordan Addison one-on-one. Like last year when Jefferson was still on injury reserve because he pulled his hamstring really bad, Jordan Addison was forced to go from number 2 receiver to number 1. And he cooked this man. Burnt him for a streak touchdown up the middle. That was an amazing dime by Kirk Cousins, that play, by the way. But yeah, like, he can't even guard Jordan Addison, bro. Like, prove that you can shut down somebody who's a pure wide one by yourself, no safety help. Then you come talk to me about you being one of the best corners in the league. Until then, Jair Alexander, you're a freaking fraud. You hear me? Fraud. You're not a true number 1 CB. You're a fraud. Anyway, and we in the NFC North, so we got to talk about my Vikings. And if there's anybody who's the most overrated, if you ask me, it's Byron Murphy. For kind of, well, the only difference is Byron Murphy isn't as talkative as Jair Alexander, but you know what I'm saying? I don't think he's as paid as Jair Alexander either. But when he's matched against the number 1 guy on the outside, he doesn't do very good. He only does good when he's matched up in the slot against the slot receiver. Like, he's great in the nickel. That's why we have stingy Stephon Gilmore and Shaq Attack Griffin on the outsides. Or at least that's how I think Brian Flores has them. Whenever we line up Byron in zone coverage, You know what I'm saying? He does decent there, but if it's man and he's on the outside, he just might get cooked. You know what I'm saying? But the only way we should be playing him in man coverage is if he's in the slot. That's where he does the most damage. He cannot succeed on the outsides unless he's in a flat zone. Other than that, no win. He needs to get better. I did like how he went from getting cooked all game to when we needed him to step up the most. He caught that amazing interception that he got from Jordan Love in the end zone. And then the very next drive after that, after we ended up putting up 3 points after that, he ended up getting another turnover. He punched the ball out of Tucker Kraft's hands, forcing a fumble, and it was still on the ground, allowing Cameron Biden to recover it. So yeah, that was a great way to redeem himself. Like, that's what I like about Byron. He'll get you some turnovers, but when it comes to coverage, like, he'll punch the ball out when it's a wrestle, and he'll pick the ball up. But when it comes to coverage, he's got to do better on the outside. He cooks on the slot, but he got to do better on the outside. Anyway, Indianapolis Colts. I know you think it should be on here, but he's not on here. I'm gonna be honest. I think because of his history, I got to put Jonathan Taylor in here, and here's why. Taylor gets injured a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, he be in and out of games too much. Like, he has amazing talent and burst and all that. He just gets injury prone. He's just injury prone. You know what I'm saying? And remember what I said about the best ability is availability. I could easily put Anthony Richardson in here too for the same reason. You know what I'm saying? Because they're both injury prone. But JT is a lot more talented as a running back than Anthony Richardson is as a quarterback. Let's just be honest about it. I would like to see him have another 17-game season. I would like to see him do that. But his injuries will not let him handle that or accomplish that. Going to Jacksonville Jaguars, it should be obvious who is the most overrated player. It's Trevor Lawrence. And you want some evidence? I got your evidence. The Jaguars are 0-4. 0-4. I repeat, 0-4. Ass.
That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Reason why? I don't blame Coach WP. I don't blame him. I blame Urban Meyer. But Urban Meyer is no longer in Duval County, so we can't blame him, can we? I blame him. It's him too. Urban Meyer was like half your problems. This dude. I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh. This dude is like, how the fuck did he get first pick? Dude, didn't Mac Jones have a better rookie season than he did? That's crazy, and Mac Jones is backing him up. I find that funny, bro. But we gonna move on though. Houston Texans. As a Vikings fan, it's hurting my soul, but Stephon Diggs is the most overrated Houston Texan right now. The reason why is that he thinks his value is higher than what it is right now. But a lot of people tend to get like, dude, you about to be on the wrong side of 30 in a little while. And like the Texans, I even noticed this in the game against Chicago, dude. The Texans don't even put you on the outside. They leave you in the slot. While Tank Dell and Nico Collins work the outside. So you're not even being treated as a true number one. You're being treated as a slot guy. And think about it, bro. If you are really that guy, Stephon, if you're really that guy that you think you are, Stephon, then why the hell did you drop what could have been the game-sealing touchdown in the game against the Chiefs when you were last built? Like, you could have caught that, bro. You could have caught that. But anyway, we're going to move forward. Tennessee Titans, it should be obvious. It's Will Levis. Will Levis is not that guy. I'm sorry. I don't know why Tennessee got desperate and took him in the second round, but I always tell people there's a reason why this dude is...
Fuck Will Levis. I can never forget somebody that put mayonnaise in their coffee. I can't do it. You put mayonnaise in your coffee, you nasty. Nah.
It's gonna be Boogie Cousins.
No.
1 year deal.
No.
19 million. 1 year. Boogie.
No.
In Jesus' name, fuck this nigga.
What kind of shit is that?
You nasty ass nigga. You nasty bastard.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Is a second, did not get picked in the first round, and you're seeing it. He only had one good year in college from right here, just one. And he declared for the draft, and he thought he was going to get first round status. But he is on the field, staking up the joint, throwing pick after pick after pick. You know what I'm saying? The only thing he's good for is making Calvin really look better than he was before he got caught in the betting scandal. But other than that, man, he's not very good. Regardless of how much talent you surround him with, he's not very good. Not saying that the Titans O-line can't use some help, but still. Will Levis is not very good. He's not very good. Like, he's turnover prone like a motherfucker, bro. And the fact that the Titans think that he's going to save this franchise. Meanwhile, after he got took out of the game last week, they put Mason Rudolph in there, and he started torching the Dolphins. Torching. That should say something. That should say something. Shoot, they need to stop giving this dude mayonnaise commercials. But anyway, Tampa Bay Bucks. We're going to the NFC South now. Unpopular opinion, Brock, kinda, but I'm gonna say it's Baker Mayfield.
What?
And here's why. He did great against the Eagles the last 2 times. He did great. You know what I'm saying? But the Eagles, let's just be honest, they're crumbling and falling apart. They haven't been the same since the Super Bowl. But when Tampa Bay goes up against real teams like the Detroit Lions, they you know what I'm saying? Their cracks turn into crumbles. Okay, their cracks.
Baker Mayfield is actually doing good. This is the first team where he's actually doing good. He's doing great. And he's actually showing that he's the quarterback that people were hyping him up to be. He actually living up to his hype now. I don't agree with this one. I can't agree with this one. Nah.
What the hell was that?
Nah, I can't. Nah.
Oh. Fuck all that! Nah, hell fuck all.
Nah, I can't agree with this one. You could have said anybody else but Baker Mayfield.
Cracks turn into crumbles. Just keeping it 100. Just keeping it 100. And is it all Tampa Bay's fault? Not necessarily. It's Mayfield's fault. You know what I'm saying? Getting 3 and outs here and there and all that, man. It's crazy. When you expect Baker to do the most, he won't. But when you don't expect him to do anything, he'll do something. Crazy. I still wish the Buccaneers all my luck down there in the South because one of my favorite players who's not a Viking is still on there. His name's Mike Evans. So I hope he makes Mike Evans look good still in his 30+ years of working out there. But yeah, man. Him and Chris Godwin. Shout out to them. And Antoine Winfield Jr., who's the son of former Viking Antoine Winfield Sr. So yeah, shout out to him, Big. But we've seen what Baker looks like in the playoffs, okay? He can't beat for real teams in the playoffs. Speaking of not being able to beat for real teams, we got another quarterback for this one. And his name, for the Atlanta Falcons, his name is Kirk Cousins, a.k.a. NBA Kirk Boy, a.k.a. Kirk O'Chains, a.k.a. Kirk Pak Shakur, a.k.a. A-Trains, a.k.a. A-Sins, a.k.a. Kirk MX, a.k.a. the notorious Kirk IG, a.k.a. Lil Kirk, you know what I'm saying, a.k.a. Let's see, Kirk and them, a.k.a. a.k.a. KC, a.k.a. KZ, a.k.a. a.k.a. I don't know, I ran out of AKs, I'm sorry. Okay, last one, a.k.a. Kirk RS1. All right, let me stop. I've been blending his name with all the popular rapper names since he's been wearing the chains and all that. But let me get to why I think he's the most overrated Falcon. They paid $160 million guaranteed, and the Vikings didn't even pay him that much. We gave him, and he already has thrown more interceptions than Sam Darnold, and it's only 4 weeks into the season, man. Meanwhile, we got Sam Darnold playing on a 1-year, $10 million guaranteed contract. This dude is playing on a 3-year, $160 million with 105 of that guaranteed. And what are the Falcons now? 2-2. Yeah. The Falcons got what they paid for. I mean, we only made the playoffs twice, and then we have a 1-2 playoff record with Kirk. So you're gonna settle for average to below average shit when you're dealing with Kirk Cousins, man. When you're dealing with Kirk, take it from me. He'll still be on the Mount Rushmore as one of the better Viking quarterbacks of all time, but still, and he'll get you some close game wins in the regular season. But that same Kirk won't be there in the playoffs. I'm gonna be honest with you, Falcons Nation. I'm gonna be honest with you, Nest. You're not getting the same Kirk that we got. I'm sorry, especially coming off that Achilles tendon injury. I'm sorry. Still like you, Bill Kirk. Still like you. Still respect you. I just know what you are. You're about that bag instead of the ring. I'm gonna just keep it at that. There's a reason why the Falcons drafted Michael Penix too. But anyway, Carolina Panthers. Panthers Nation, stand up. Your most overrated player is Deontay Johnson, and here's why. There's a reason why a story franchise like the Steelers let him go, and I'm gonna just tell you why. He's not cut to be like a true number one. You know, like they gave him to you because let's just face facts. The Panthers. You know what I'm saying? As much as they want to bring more high-end talent, they know nobody wants to play there as long as Bryce Young is on their roster and starting. Or Andy Dalton. They have nothing attractive about their roster. I'm just keeping it 100. But anyway. And then this is my boy modern day Kratos, a.k.a. Mr. CEO, Cold Air Official. His favorite team to hate, the New Orleans Saints. Your most overrated player is Derek Carr. Y'all should know why I put him on here, but for those who don't, y'all watch his career with the Raiders. He'll fill up the stat sheet, that's for sure. He'll fill up the stat sheet, you know what I'm saying? And he'll turn over the ball when you least expect him to. But for him to be heralded as this talented and high-end quarterback grinds my gears. Like, you think his years of mediocrity in Oakland/Las Vegas is going to bring any justice to?
As a former Raiders fan, as a former Raiders fan, I can agree with this pick. Derek Carr. Oh, Derek Carr. Oh.
To New Orleans, you're just gonna get the same amount of shit from him. I'm surprised you haven't benched him for Spencer Rattler yet, but maybe there's a plan there. I don't know about it. Like I don't live in Louisiana, so I wouldn't know. Okay, but yeah, man. Like, and Derek Carr even got injured before his playoff debut after dragging the Raiders to the playoffs. That's how unreliable he is. And you know what's crazy? In a game against my Vikings last year, when the Saints came up here, the Saints were losing up until Derek Carr got knocked out of the game, and then Jameis Winston started balling. But yeah, man. Going to the AFC East, we got the Buffalo Bills. Their most overrated player is old-ass Von Miller. Let's be honest, bro. He's not worth the money anymore. He's not the same monster. I think he's closer to retirement than we think. And the fact that Buffalo paid him a shit ton of money, man, for him to not even generate hardly any double-digit sack years all the years he's been in Buffalo, screams desperation for a championship. Because he's the only one on the team with championship experience. He got two of them. One as a Bronco and one as a Ram. And we all remember the one he got as a Bronco when Cam Newton didn't want to fall on the ball. But yeah, man. Miami Dolphins, hate to say it, and I don't wish any ill will against this person, because he recently got hurt, but Tua Tagovailoa is the most overrated Dolphin. And primarily because of what Tyreek Hill said about him, that he's a better thrower than Patrick Mahomes, but I don't see that. You know what I'm saying? I've always said that there's been no better left-handed thrower than Michael Vick, and it still remains true, because Tua Tagovailoa do not have Michael Vick's arm. Not anywhere near that. You know what I'm saying? And then furthermore, you're supposed to save the Dolphins franchise from poverty. You know what I'm saying? And I have not seen that. And the Vikings defensive coordinator, Brian Flores, when he was head coach, he didn't see that from you either. Mike McDaniel trusts in you because he got you all the talent, but you're still out here not proving yourself worthy of this position. Think about it. You struggled to put your team in the end zone until it was too little too late. In last year's wild card round against the Kansas City Chiefs. That was your fault. Yeah, so what if it's cold down there? Look, I've seen quarterbacks come down there in colder situations and still ball out. I would know. No excuses. Anyway. And coming at my favorite AFC team, I got the New England Patriots. And I'm going to keep it a stack. I think Hunter Henry's the most overrated Patriot. The reason why, we saw what he did with the Chargers, and we thought he was going to bring that over here, but he didn't. So therefore, he's not worth TE1 status. If anything, I kind of wish y'all didn't let Jonnu Smith go to the Falcons. I know he left the Falcons, but that was the next team that they let go of Jonnu Smith for. So, and then like, how are you the number one tight end, but Mike Gesicki is still putting up better numbers than you, bro? How? Anyway, moving on. Here, Jets, it should be obvious because you know he used to play for the team I hate so much. It's Aaron freaking Rodgers.
Most definitely.
Oh man, how many?
Most definitely, without question. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
In Jesus' name, fuck this nigga. Hell no. Trash ass nigga.
That fuck 'em up.
How many times do I have to tell all the New York Jets fans that their quarterback is old as dirt and rustier than a knotted stump? How many times? Dude, there's a reason why Andy from Purple Footwear and Progress still calls him Bird Bones. Because look at him. He's dang near sitting duck in the pocket. He hardly can move out. You know what I'm saying? Dude popped his Achilles last year. He's 40 years old. He's done. He had a Kobe Bryant moment. He's not the same guy. Okay, he'll have flashes, especially when he makes people jump offside, but Aaron Rodgers is not him anymore. He's not him. I'm sorry. He can't even go back to his 2022 MVP self. And the fact that he won MVP in his old age blows my mind. But anyway, he better not come to the Vikings like Brett Favre did, because I don't want Aaron Rodgers over here. Not when he's playing like this. Anyways, going up against the NFC's, the second most toxic fan base in the NFL, the sorry ass Cowboys. Dak Prescott is your most overrated player. You already know why. I mean, Jerry Jones just doesn't want to move on. He likes the familiarity. He likes the repetitive. He likes the repetition. He knew he was going to be a free agent, so he pretty much threw the whole kitchen sink at Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott willingly signed a contract knowing that he's going to not get much playoff success, you know what I'm saying, in a Cowboy uniform. But he knew Jerry Jones would throw the whole kitchen sink at him. At this point, Dak is just in it for the money, like Carmelo Anthony was in the Knicks for the money. He doesn't want to win no championship. If he wanted to win a championship, his playoff record would not be 2-5. Shots fired. Shots fired. And the ironic part is, I just got done talking about Aaron Rodgers. Guess who he lost to his first playoff game? Aaron Rodgers. But yeah. Moving forward. Oh yeah. I almost forgot to say. Didn't he lead the league in interceptions like 2-3 years ago? Anyway, moving forward. I didn't even skip there. All right, New York Giants, that is. Your most overrated player, in my opinion, is Adoree Jackson. And the reason why, y'all were split on bringing him back. But you knew you couldn't get no better number one corner because you knew Deontay Banks wasn't that guy to take over the...
Over Daniel Jones? Over the quarterback? I don't know about this one. I think the quarterbacks earned this spot, bro.
Those duties, especially since Jefferson put the doggone burners on him the first game. But the Dory Jackson hasn't been very good in coverage. I'll be honest. He gets paid and treated like he's a number one corner, but he's not a number one corner. I'm sorry, he's not. He's like Jared Alexander, but not mouthy enough. You know what I'm saying? If Eli Apple was still on here, I would put him here because he talks so much shit and he still gets burnt. Anyway, coming back to the most toxic fan base in the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles. Your most overrated player is Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry, he's not the same fringe MVP candidate like he was in 2023. You know what I'm saying? He's not the same dude. You know what I'm saying? Blame the shadow pass interference all you want, but we're starting to see more flashes of, you know, the Jalen Hurts that went 9-8. You know what I'm saying? The Jalen Hurts that was average. Like we're still seeing that Jalen Hurts, especially how he's been turning over the ball. You know what I'm saying? Especially like he almost blew that game against the Packers. He almost did. You know what I'm saying? And then like, you know, it doesn't help that Jason Kelsey retired to help you the O-line with blocking for you. Like, it's all bad. He could bounce back, but still, I don't think he's like a high tier quarterback anymore. Not like how he was 2 years ago. Anyways, Washington Commanders. It was kind of challenging because I don't watch them as much, but when I do, I pay attention to a lot of guys. And Austin Eckler is one of them. Sorry for if the picture looks kind of skewed, but yeah, Austin Eckler, he tries to advocate for running backs being paid more, but he has shown me throughout the times that he's not worth that money. Reason why, he's always somewhere getting injured. I can't throw the whole kitchen sink at somebody if they're always getting injured. Just keeping the stack. Okay? So yeah, Austin Eckler, I think he might have gotten injured again. I don't know. I'll look it up later. You know what I'm saying? Actually, matter of fact, hold on. My phone at 90 something. Yeah, let's see. Is Austin Eckler even playing right now? I got Pro Football Reference. It should tell me. It should tell me what's going on. Because he was injury prone in I almost said San Diego, Los Angeles. So because he used to play for the Chargers. Yeah, and even rushing, like he's not very good. Like he's only getting like he's even in rushing, he's not very good. Like he's only getting like freaking 5.0 yard. You know what I'm saying? He's only finishing the game with like 10 yards. Finishing the game with 38, 35 yards. You know what I'm saying? He's not even a regular running back. Like, he does his damage more from receiving. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have him there for rundowns, but he's paid like he's that guy. Nah, like, you're not going to get any more touches than Brian Robinson. I'm sorry. He thought he was, but he's not. Anyway, Denver Broncos. It's kind of hard because they're kind of trash, but we're going down to the last 8 teams. We're going to the AFC West now. Denver Broncos is Bo Nix. Reason why? The Broncos just got desperate, and, like, he only won last week because the Jets were playing like trash. I'm sorry. Especially with Aaron Rodgers missing those easy throws. So, yeah, man. Bo Nix didn't do anything to win that game. The Jets were just beating themselves. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, there was another game he won where he didn't do that good either. You know what I'm saying? He just benefited off of, you know what I'm saying, teams having a bad day. Like, Tampa had a bad day against him. The Jets had a bad day against him. Like, they were just shooting. Them teams were just shooting themselves in the foot. So, yeah, man. Bo Nix. They drafted him too early. I'm sorry. They did. Kansas City Chiefs, I'm going to be honest with you, it's Marquise Brown. For the same reasons as, you know what I'm saying, for the same reasons as people like Jonathan Taylor. You know what I'm saying? He got talent. But he's never really eclipsed being a wide one. I think he will always be like wide receiver 2 material. And on top of that, he's also very injury prone. I think he's injured still right now. And the best ability, like I said, is availability. So you know what I'm saying? He expects to get paid top dollar. But you're still a young buck who was only a number 1 receiver one time and didn't even hardly live up to expectations. Anyways, I just got done talking about ex-Chargers, so we're gonna talk about the Chargers now. And I hate to say it, Bolt fan base, your most overrated player is Justin Herbert, a.k.a. J Herb, a.k.a. J Herbo, a.k.a. Lil Herb. Reason why? Dude, he doesn't do enough to will his team far enough for as far as potential is going. Like, he could have a solid team around him like he has now, but he doesn't do it enough for me. And the fact, like, people say that he's what would happen if Patrick Mahomes was white. And I'm like, stop the stupid comparisons. These are 2 different players we are talking about. Patrick Mahomes at this point is in a class by himself since Tom Brady is retired, okay? So we shouldn't even be talking about nobody else alongside Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen, too injury prone. Justin Herbert, way too inconsistent and not even a freaking leader. Jalen Hurts had only 1 above average season and he's falling off right now as we speak. And we want to herald Justin Herbert as you're only saying that because he plays in the same division and they see each other twice a year. And Mahomes always beats him. And then, like, let's not forget, he doesn't even have a playoff win. This dude blew a 24-point lead to the weak ass Jaguars. Anyway, let me stop. All right, Las Vegas Raiders, formerly known as the Oakland Raiders. I wish they would go back to Oakland, like some of y'all do. But Vegas is big business, apparently. We're going to go with a former Viking, and his name's Alexander Madison. Reason why? They didn't pay Josh Jacobs because Devontae Adams and Max Crosby ate up all the cap space, and they wanted to make room for Christian Wilkins. So they was like, oh, we forgot to get a running back, and they thought Alexander Madison would be a reason. But you know what I'm saying, he'll have 1 or 2 very good plays, and then for the rest of the game, he's back to averaging damn near 2.5, 3 yards a carry, and that's not good. That's not good. Do not let the highlights confuse you guys. Trust me, I know Alexander Madison. I know he played for the purple and gold. I know. You know, get a running back that's better than him, and have him be second, and watch him take off. Arizona Cardinals, we're going to the NFC West. These are the last 4 teams. Arizona Cardinals, I'm going to go with Kyler Murray. The reason why, I feel like he doesn't have enough love for the game as he should. Because if he did have enough love for the game, his first playoff game wouldn't have been so bad against the Cardinals. Like, I felt like against the Rams, I feel like he should have did more in the playoffs against the Rams. I feel like he should have at least made it, you know, made the game close. Like, the amount of, excuse me, the amount of mistakes that this dude makes on the football field when it's crunch time.
I say right now he doing pretty good. I say right now he doing pretty good. He got him a good receiver. I say he doing pretty good right now. He does make mistakes every now and again, but I do blame it more on his height than his ability as a quarterback. I think if he was a little bit taller, I think he'd be. If he was a little bit taller, he would definitely be a better quarterback. But his height hinders him so much as a quarterback.
All right. Now he'll have flashes of his greatness in the regular season, but you don't see none of his regular. I didn't see none of his regular season stuff in the only postseason game he's had. You know what I'm saying? But granted, the Cardinals aren't that great of a team. Like, they're doing solid, but like they're not going to finish strong at all. So I would like to see what happens when he actually has a much better team than what he did. Now, if he can't lead the Cardinals past the wild card, I'll have a question about him. You know what I'm saying? But for him to be a top 10, top 5 QB, I can't say that. I can't say that. Like, he's barely like in the like upper teens. Anyway, Los Angeles Rams, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think he's washed because he's about to be I think he's 36, 35. But yeah, man, it's Matthew Stafford. He hasn't been the same guy since winning that one amazing Super Bowl against the Bengals. He hasn't been the same.
Well, to be fair, he played in Detroit for most of his career, so he played in Detroit for most of his career. So I all his good years got washed away, sadly.
Yeah, since winning his only Super Bowl. It's crazy what people can do once they leave the Lions. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, man, like, and throughout his whole career, he's had a moniker of being Stat Padford for a reason. Like, people will glaze him for his stats. But look at his playoff track record. You know what I'm saying? Apart from even Rob being around, like, he lost to Jared Goff and his former team, the Lions, by like a point. You know what I'm saying? And therefore, that's what does that bring his playoff record to? Okay, he lost in 2012. He lost in 2014. He lost in 2017. So yeah, his playoff record is, I want to say the Rams played the wild card, so that's 4 wins including the Super Bowl, because it's wild card divisional conference Super Bowl, so that's 4 wins and 4 losses. So he's average in the playoffs. He's average 4 wins and 4 losses. He's average. Do you really trust him like that at all? Do you really trust him? He might have gotten you there because, you know, he had the element of surprise. He had like just joined the Rams that year, but now that element of surprise is gone, and now that teams are keying in on him, and he no longer has Aaron Donald to cover his behind on the defensive end. And he no longer has Andrew Whitworth on the offensive end. And then I think Joe Noteboom is still injured. He's a shit out of luck. Anyway, San Francisco 49ers, the most overrated player there is Brandon Ayuk. And the reason why is because he thinks his value is higher than what it is. He's a number 2 receiver, holding out and bitching and whining and complaining about how he's not getting paid enough. But dude, you're a B receiver. You're a B receiver for a reason. Deebo Samuel is the number 1 wide because of his ability to be versatile. You can't be all that versatile. I'll admit it, you're talented, but you're not a true number 1, Brandon. So stop with the whining and just go play football. If you think you're a Y1 and you want to get paid like Y1 money, leave the 49ers then instead of holding out for an extension. Actually get traded. And lastly, we got the Seattle Seahawks and their most overrated player. Not gonna lie, y'all. It's Leonard Williams. You thought I was gonna say Geno Smith or Jamal Adams, but Jamal Adams got cut. And Geno Smith, he's playing solid. We just haven't seen him take the steam to the playoffs yet. But the reason why I say Leonard Williams is that he hasn't been as productive since he was a Giant. You know, since joining the Seahawks team via trade. He just hasn't been that same, like, you know, guy on the edge that you want to double team. He hasn't been that same effective guy. Like, there's a reason why the Giants traded him. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I also said that he has quite the injury history as well. So, yeah, there's that. But, yeah, that's the end of this one, folks. There's no more teams left. I did all 32. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know whenever I upload and I'll see you all next time for another list. I'm debating if I'm going to do the asterisk on every Super Bowl, or should I do every team's most underrated player from all 32 teams since I did overrated. It's between those two if I'm going to do NFL list, but I don't know what my next list will be on. But with that being said, man, I love y'all. Take care of y'all. Y'all know what to do. Deuces.
Alrighty, that's just gonna about do it for this one. Some controversial takes here, but it's his list, so alright. Yeah, man, that's just gonna about do it for this one, most definitely. I think we can all agree Aaron Rodgers is washed, as he should be. Fuck Aaron Rodgers, fuck the Packers. The Packers should be Packers should just be trash. Matter of fact, that team should be abolished. The Packers should be abolished at this point in time. That's how trash they are. But anyway, that's just go about do it for this one. I will see you all in the next video. Till then, peace out. Fuck the Packers.